What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Darren, this is Jeremy, and we are D&J React. Today we got a special one, a long form, The Revolution, a story of BlackPink. A lot of people recommended this to us because a lot of the other ones out there weren't as good. So I'm excited to jump into it. The last BTS one that we did was freaking awesome.
Yeah, it was really good.
We both became a huge fan of.
Yeah, we totally changed our mindset from what we had been before, which we had a couple of videos that were pretty bad.
Yeah.
And we apologize to all the members and fans, everybody out there, and hopefully this will change their mindset on us as well.
Yeah, it should. I mean, but what's cool about the guides is, like, you know, what's different is listening to the songs, you can't really connect, you know, with each individual artist, and this kind of like helps that helps you get deeper into their backstory and become a bigger fan.
Sure. Get to know them as a person.
Yeah. So I'm excited to jump into it. So not to waste any time, let's go.
Let's do it.
Music show wins, the most viewed YouTube video ever in the first 24 hours. First K-pop group to hit 1 billion views, the most listened to female K-pop artist on Spotify, the most successful K-pop girl group concert of all time, the best chart.
The most views in 24 hours ever. Is that like across everything on YouTube?
I wonder if that's just K-pop or across the board of all artists. I don't know. He wasn't really specific, but
yeah. Let us know down in the comments. Is that just for, you know, this industry, or is that like across all of YouTube? Because I know Mr. Beast.
He's pretty huge, man. I mean, that's kind of tough to beat that. But if they did, that's impressive.
Yeah, he gets some crazy views in a day or two. All right, let's keep going.
Keep going.
Starting K-pop girl group of all time, the most popular K-pop girl group of all time, and their name is BlackPink.
걸그룹 블랙핑크.
BlackPink.
K-pop group 나 BlackPink.
BlackPink. BlackPink. BlackPink.
BlackPink is a name that's known all over the world. They are the hottest group in K-pop right now. But what makes BlackPink so special? There have been other groups with a girl crush concept and other groups with a hip-hop concept. But what did BlackPink do that started this revolution? In 2011, a group called 21 released their hottest single ever called I Am the Best. The group was on fire to become one of the most successful girl groups of all time. By the end of their career, they had 700,000 sales, 43 music show wins, and 6 taesangs. 21's career had just begun to take off. In July of 2012, YG released a video called Future 21, and many fans interpreted this as YG getting ready to start a brand new girl group, despite 21 being brand new themselves, and they were right. The next month, YG released a video introducing a certain girl by the name of Jennie Kim. This would be the beginning of his fresh new girl group, Pink Punk. Yes, you heard me right, Pink Punk. So after a series of teasers, reveals, and rumors, it was speculated that Pink Punk would be a 9-member group. So who exactly were these 9 rumored members? A name you might be familiar with is Yoona Kim. You might recognize her from the girl group The Ark, and more recently the duo Khan. She was also on the reality shows Superstar K3, Unpretty Rap Stars 3, and The Unit. Next is Park Jinhee, who finished 69th in Produce 48 and is now in the group Secret Number. Then we have soloists Jang Hana and Kim Eunbi. And lastly, Cheomyeon. Yes, that Yeon, main vocalist of G-Idol and Ari of KDA, Slowly, one by one, these 5 members were removed from the group. Until May of 2016, 4 years after Pink Punk was introduced, we were left with these 4 names. Jennie Kim, main rapper, the face of the group, and the first revealed official member. Next we had Lalisa Manoban from Thailand. Lisa debuted as the main dancer and lead rapper of the group, and was the first
What makes them rank though? Like, what is the criteria in this industry that makes certain girls rank higher than others? Is it their consistency in dancing? Is it singing? Is it, like, what is it?
I don't know. I'm still learning this whole industry and how they put it all together. And it's kind of weird because some groups have like subgroups, like we just learned with NCT.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't know. It's a weird industry compared to like the Western industries over here, and they're not even industries, they're just individual rock bands. So over here, I'm used to a band of just, 4 or 5 or 6 members, whatever it is, and that's what it is. Whereas here, it seems like they kind of interchange them and mix them and move people around, and they have subgroups off of a main group. So this is all new to me. I'm still learning.
Okay. Yeah, let us know down in the comments what's the criteria for the ranking system to be able to get into these certain bands.
Korean idol ever of YG Entertainment. The next revealed member was Kim Jisoo, the visual and oldest member of the group, debuting at 21 years old. And the last member of the group to be revealed was Park Chae-young from Australia, more commonly known as Rose, the main vocalist. On June 28, 2016, YG finally revealed the name of the 4-member group, BlackPink. And in just less than 2 months, BlackPink rocked the world with their duo singles Boombayah and Whistle. It was new, it was fresh, but also confident, cocky, and powerful, thus finally bringing BlackPink to your area. Both Boombayah and Whistle topped the charts. 14 days after debuting, they won their first music show award, the fastest a girl group had ever won a music show award after debuting. Just 3 months later, they released Playing with Fire and Stay. And later in the year, they won 5 Rookie of the Year awards.
블랙핑크.
In just 6 short months, BlackPink had already become a legendary group. Fast forward to June of 2018, with just only 5 songs, BlackPink was already the 2nd biggest girl group in K-pop. Then, they dropped a song by the name of Doo Doo Doo. Little did they know, and little did the world know, that this song would be the catalyst that propelled BlackPink into international stardom. It was an instant sensation and became the most viewed video in 24 hours in YouTube history, and eventually it became the most...
So that was it. That was in YouTube history.
That was
In
YouTube history?
YouTube history of all.
Damn.
Yeah, even Mr. Beast.
That's
beat
crazy.
him. That's insane. So they beat everybody
So what-
across the board.
I don't understand, like, what makes these girl groups tick. Like, what makes them so much better than the next girl group? Because if you're, like, uneducated in this area and you listen to a lot of these girl groups, they all have their own different things, but I don't know, there's, like, not much that, like, makes them crazy different. They're all, like, at the top level, so they're all, like, very neck and neck, like, close. So what makes them
I don't
tick?
know. I wonder if it's, well, like they said, that Doo 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 song was the catalyst to kind of push them over the edge. Because there was another girl band that was number 1 before them.
21.
They were 2nd, and now they're number 1.
Yeah,
And it
so maybe
flipped.
it's just like they got a shitload of views and it pushed it out into
Yeah.
more people and it took them off
What-
way faster.
Well, it was, I'm assuming at the time, it was just, the Korean community that was watching. Now this pushed it international, so it actually went global.
I see.
So they had a bigger audience. So I'm assuming that's what pushed them to the top.
I gotcha. That makes sense.
viewed K-pop group video of all time with 1.2 billion views. The song was addictive and the choreography was viral. It debuted at number 55 on the Billboard 100, which at the time was the highest charting K-pop song ever by a girl group. In fact, they were the first K-pop girl group to make the chart since Wonder Girls in 2009. Their first mini album, Square Up, sold 320,000 units on Count, and at the time became the 8th best-selling Korean album of all time for a girl group. Their presence eventually caught the eye of a certain British singer by the name of Dua Lipa. This would eventually spark a collab called Kiss and Make Up, which once again charted on the Billboard 100. In October of 2018, BlackPink signed with Interscope Records, which is under a little company by the name of Universal Music Group, the biggest music company in the world. And it seemed like BlackPink was everywhere. They made appearances on the talk
So
show.
who were they signed to before?
I thought it was YG.
Wasn't it YG?
YG seems to be the one that takes care of like all of these big bands.
So then YG must have got bought. Like they must have bought it from YG. Like all the rights
I'm
to
guessing so, yeah.
pay them a crazy amount of money to get BlackPink on their team.
I would think so, yeah.
That's wild.
Shows The Late Night Show with Stephen Colbert and Good Morning America. Then in March of 2019, they became the first K-pop girl group to ever grace the cover of Billboard magazine. Later that year, they embarked on their In Your Area World Tour, which would eventually become the most successful world tour by a girl group of all time, grossing $37 million. Their single Kill This Love dropped on April 5th, 2019, once again breaking the record for the highest charting K-pop girl group song, charting at 41. Their album Kill This Love would garner 380,000 sales in Gaon, becoming the 7th best-selling girl group album of all time. On April 12th, BlackPink went on to become the first K-pop girl group to ever perform at the Super Music Festival, Coachella. On April 22nd of 2020, BlackPink collaborated with Lady Gaga to release the single Sour Candy. This would once again break the record for the highest charting K-pop girl group song, charting at number 33. On June 26th, BlackPink released their long-awaited single, How You Like That, and would go on to break 5 Guinness World Records, including the most viewed YouTube video ever in 24 hours with 86.3 million views. Just
In one day? God,
That is incredible.
Can you imagine like being in their shoes and just like constantly breaking record after record after record? Like it just feels so
I know.
surreal. Like this isn't really happening.
Well,
This
even
isn't
the
real.
Guinness book, there was 5 of them that they broke. 5 world records they broke.
Dude,
That's pretty incredible.
It doesn't make sense, man.
No.
How like someone can be this successful. It's insane.
But I think a lot of it too is, I don't know if you paid attention, but there was a lot of collabs that they did. Like
Yeah,
Lady
they
Gaga,
got
there was, Dua Lipa. So I think getting in with a couple of those like really big names that are, known in the Western world, I think that also helped to kind of
help,
push
like,
and elevate them.
seep into the American
Yeah,
industry.
exactly.
Yeah, that's what you have to do these days to get in front of, new groups of people. You have to do collabs with
It's kind of like any business. It's all about networking. So in
Networking,
any
yeah.
business, you have to network to grow and expand, and that's kind of what these girls did. They started networking with all these other artists and doing collabs with them and getting their name out to those communities.
Yeah,
And I think it helped to build and grow pretty quick.
Yeah, Lady Gaga and Dua Lipa are massive,
Oh, they're huge.
like gigantic. So the
Yeah.
fact that they did that, they just won over a certain portion of that crowd, portion of this crowd.
Yeah, and just kept growing and expanding worldwide.
Yeah, it's insane, man.
It's pretty impressive.
8 hours later, the video went on to become the fastest video of all time to hit 100 million views. 6 days later, it broke 200 million views, the fastest video of all time to reach it. Which leads us to today, August 28th, BlackPink's newest single with none other than Selena Gomez.
Wow.
Everything that BlackPink touches turns to gold, and there is no doubt that this next single will continue to elevate BlackPink to the zenith of K-pop history.
A newcomer or even a veteran to K-pop will know after the first seconds of watching or listening to BlackPink, immediately they'll get hit with that doo-doo-doo-doo. This group is different. There's a certain power and energy that emanates from BlackPink's music and image. To reiterate the earlier question, other girl groups have done the girl crush concept, like 21 or 4 Minute. There have been other groups with the hip-hop concept. Remember Evil? Remember Glam? Those groups have not even come close to what BlackPink has achieved in 4 short years. What is their...
Can I ask you something?
Sure.
When you first heard BlackPink, did you, in any way, shape, or form, feel like you got hit with the do-do-do-do-do?
Oh, absolutely.
No, I did too.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I can still feel it till this
Yeah.
day.
Yeah, it was pretty intense.
It was, and it hurt.
But in a good
In
way.
a good way, yeah.
secret? How do they make the masses whistle like a missile?
Whistle like a missile.
In 1998, K-pop was still in its early infancy. This new exciting generation of music gave birth to some groups like SES with their vibrant love songs, Finkel with their cute, energetic, sporty concepts, and last was a group by the name of Baby Vox. They combined elements of Western hip-hop with the brand new energetic K-pop, the original.
It must like suck to be in an era where it's like just starting, and then you see what you could have been.
Could have been if you would have just waited a few more
If
years.
you would have just been born 10
Yeah,
years
yeah.
later, 15 years later, like
Yeah.
you could have been.
Yeah,
a
they were the
superstar.
ones that kind of like opened the door for
It
it.
paved
Got
the way.
it, got it started, but didn't get the success that BlackPink.
That happens in every industry,
I
and
know.
I feel bad for those people. But
I wonder where these guys are now. I mean, these bands. I wonder if they still exist or.
dude, it seems like the industry moves so fast that
Yeah.
once you're left behind, you're
That's
gone.
it, you're
no one
gone.
no one really thinks about you that much anymore. You know,
Huh.
it's kind of seems.
It's pretty sad.
Yeah, it kind of seems like the industry is just way too fast.
Girl Crush.
Gotta keep up.
Together, these three groups dominated the radio waves. Sound familiar? How about now? Oh wait, there we go. After the first generation of K-pop came and went, another hip-hop group was breaking records left and right. '21, expanding on the empire that Baby Vox built. They added another layer of badassery and rebellious nature to their songs. 21 was changing the K-pop industry. And finally, in 2016, enter player 3, BlackPink, who was almost a carbon copy of 21. In fact, YG himself stated that BlackPink was meant to be a copy-paste of 21. He did not want BlackPink to be any different at all, saying, "I tried to make the YG version of a girl group like I did with 21, but this time I wanted the girls to look pretty too." Just like how 21 built their foundation on Baby Fox's concept, BlackPink was once again evolving the concept of 21. So what exactly is the BlackPink concept? BlackPink is the energetic hook and the exotic beats hitting your eardrums. The thumping.
Do you know who 21 Savage is? He's a rapper, but he's like a newer rapper, like within the last like maybe 5 to 7 years. But I wonder if he got his inspiration from the 21.
Oh, from the girls?
From the girls, yeah.
You just mean the name?
The
or
name, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It could be.
Because his name is 21 Savage, and they have
Yeah.
like machine guns and stuff.
Yeah.
That's,
We should actually look them up because they were before BlackPink. So it'd be
Yeah.
interesting to see what their style of music was. I've never heard them before,
I
but
haven't either.
this is the first time hearing about them. But
I'm curious, yeah.
Yeah, we should check them out.
We should.
bass and the blaring air horns, the combination of swag, hip-hop, badassery, and fire, a little bit of sexiness, a touch of glamour, and a hint of female empowerment. The mix of dark black ferocity and a dash of bright pink pop sound. Jennie's power, Jisoo's saccharine sound, Rose's alluring vocals, and Lisa's lethal raps. This is the BlackPink sound. BlackPink is not the first girl group to do a girl crush concept, and they certainly won't be the last, but they are the greatest of all time to do it. Now, as much as we praise the girls of BlackPink, BlackPink is so much more than just the girls themselves. There's a team of executives, of administrators, a team that makes music, a team that makes wardrobe, a team that choreographs, and of course, a team that makes big marketing decisions. Now, any great company or organization needs to have a solid marketing team and great brand image. But what exactly does brand image mean? Simply put, it's the customer's perception of a brand. What does a customer think when they see your brand? A perfect example is Apple. You see Apple and you already know what they're about. They're sleek, they're futuristic, they're high-tech, they're clean. You see Nike, you think sports, speed, strength, inspiration. Now that is brand image. Out of all the groups in K-pop, BlackPink has the strongest brand image. There's a saying in marketing, if you confuse, you lose. Meaning if the consumer doesn't know what your product or service is about, you'll lose them. But one look at BlackPink, you don't even have to listen to their music, and you know what this group is about. You understand their image, their concept, their music. You, the consumer, already know all this way before Lisa even whispers BlackPink in your area. They're fierce, powerful, glamorous, they're hip-hop, they're girl crush.
That is really catchy, dude. That Blackpink
In your area.
It's like constantly in my head.
Dude,
Because
all
they're
day long, it's all. says just non-stop now. It's like locked in.
I know.
He's got everybody around here saying that now.
It's so annoying, man. Like, it's just non-stop. But that's what their branding is, right?
It is, yeah, definitely. I mean, it's got you going, it's got me going. Hell, you got Brittany saying it now, and you got everybody who comes in contact with you saying it.
I mean, it's catchy, dude. But that is branding, right?
No, it is. It is. Definitely 100%.
You know when you hear BlackPink in your area, you know it's on.
You know who's coming to your area.
BlackPink.
YG has carefully crafted BlackPink's image from the sound of their music to the color of their hair. We already discussed their music concept, but there's also the costume, the facial gestures, the makeup, the merch, the light stick, the teasers, the set, and props. Even who they interact with and the events they attend are all part of their brand image. As a result, BlackPink only attends VIP prominent events, and they rarely attend events with other idols like music shows or even the ISACs. YG has been infamous for this in the past, wanting his groups to appear exclusive, or as some haters would say, YG wants BlackPink to appear as they're better than the other groups. And there may be some truth to that. BlackPink wasn't meant to be like the other groups. Right from the start, when he built this group, YG was aiming for something bigger than just Korea. He wanted to dominate the whole entire world. BlackPink was built with that specific purpose in mind. Built specifically as a group that would target the Western audience and preferences. Precisely why this group was picked with 3 fluent English speakers, 2 Japanese speakers with the other 2 learning, and 2 speakers with basic Mandarin. This is to target the 2 biggest markets in the world and the most populated country in the world. The group is one of the most skilled multilingual speaking groups in the industry. Lisa, at this point, is a walking Google Translate app.
That is pretty impressive, all the marketing and branding, everything that went on behind this, and understanding the different languages and cultures they were trying to target.
They thought of everything.
Literally everything. They knew exactly which markets would be the largest, which ones to go after. They knew the girls would be able to speak certain languages or learn them fluently pretty quickly.
They probably saw in them too that they were motivated enough to keep learning and keep going, other than just the music aspect of it. Because if you can communicate with your fans and your the crowd, then dude, that's gonna bring you way higher levels than any other band.
Well, I think that's what's really impressive about this. Like, if you look at a lot of the American bands, they speak English, they sing English, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
These girls, I mean, they've learned multi-languages, and they can sing them in multi-languages and communicate with the different, fans in different countries through those languages, which opens so many more doors for them compared to a lot of the American bands that we have here.
I think Lisa too, she speaks like 5 or 6 different languages, which is that's incredible, nuts, dude. Like her IQ is like on another level.
Yeah, that's
and then
so insane.
You just said, I think too, like the other girls speak like 2 different languages and they're learning more.
Right.
But Lisa is like, dude, she's a boss.
Pretty impressive.
This next big marketing move will be referred to as the as if it's your last strategy. When BlackPink debuted in 2016, they had 2 singles, then just 3 short months later, they came back with the singles Playing With Fire and Stay. And fans were excited because it seemed like the group was consistently coming out with new music. Then, 7 months later, in June of 2017, As If It's Your Last hit the deck like pam pam pam. It was an exciting single with bright aesthetics and a hot beat. But that's all it was, a single. No album, no B-sides. The name As If It's Your Last was truly a fitting name for BlackPink because it felt like, well, it was their last single. And for the next year, the airwaves were silent. The fans were furious, annoyed, dejected, but most importantly, they were hungry.
A lot of you guys are asking for a comeback. It's hard to ignore because it hurts my feelings. Just to read them and just ignore. I'm not ignoring, guys, it's just that we are not too sure, so I'm sorry. Don't give up, guys. Let's not give up, both of us.
I'm not understanding that.
Go back to the comments then. What were the comments saying? Because it went by quick.
Well, I think they were frustrated. It was only a single. They were expecting an album. An album didn't come out. It was just a single and left at that for a year.
So fans are getting mad because BlackPink only had 6 songs in total, though they debuted almost 3 years ago. They don't have physical albums. What is YG doing with this, girls? I wouldn't believe it was someone told me that they still haven't officially debuted yet.
So the way she was speaking, though, is being very sad, as if almost the band was dispersing or something was happening with them.
Or maybe the band wanted to do more and they just weren't allowed to do more.
Oh, that's possible, yeah.
You know, like I know a lot of these companies hold the artists back on what they can do, probably because they want a slow drip instead of releasing everything all at once, and they'll make more money in the future if
That's
they slow
true.
drip. They have more content to keep, you know,
Right, but the
spreading
girls
out.
probably wanted to do more, and
Yeah,
they're
they're
sad that they
excited.
can't.
They created all this stuff,
Yeah.
and
And they can't get it out to the public.
exactly. Let me find the spot where we were at.
I think that was it there.
Yeah, that was it. Okay.
Not give up. Both of us.
The fans thirsted for any piece of BlackPink content they could find their hands on. Rumors, mashups, fan art, YouTube theories, the reality TV show BlackPink House. Finally, in June 2018, the famine was doubling BlackPink's entire discography from 5 to 9 songs. And immediately, BlackPink knocked that and got another banger. As mentioned earlier, Doo 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 became the most viewed video in 24 hours in YouTube history, and eventually became the most viewed K-pop group video of all time with 1.2 billion views.
Jeez, dude. That's
So it
insane.
seemed like
That's
YG's
20% of the population.
Yeah.
Like, what is there now? No, sorry, there's like 8 billion people.
Yeah,
now.
there's over 8 billion right now, and they have 1.2 billion that watched it.
Dude,
That's insane.
is that like 15% or 17%
Yeah,
of the
you're
population?
the math guy. You're way better at that than I am.
That's insane.
You do the numbers.
So like, no matter where they go, they're gonna get
Mhm.
recognized more than a celebrity, like on TV. That's
Yeah,
insane.
pretty much anywhere.
strategy had worked. Here I have outlined a 100% foolproof YG plan. Step 1, starve the fans for a year. Step 2, tease them a little. Give them a little bit of
Isn't that what I
this, a
just
little
said?
bit of that.
That's exactly what you said. Slow drip it. Don't just throw it all out there at once, a little bit at a time. Make them
Yeah.
want it, crave it.
Yeah, it builds up like the hype.
Yeah.
You know.
Step 3, release. Drop the single that's too hot to handle. And the last step is dominate the charts. Kill them and stack up my millions. Now, this is a risky strategy, but in economics, this is called the scarcity principle. If there is very little of a product, in other words, if a product or service is scarce, more people will deem it to be of high quality, driving up demand. How many times have you seen advertisements that say limited time offer or while supplies last? Scarcity creates demand. People want what they can't have.
Dude,
K-pop fans
So
hate it, but
freaking
it really
smart.
is a genius.
that's really smart.
Genius.
Yeah, I see a lot of YouTubers too, like that do reaction videos, and I notice, you know, they'll start out with like a couple of videos a week, and then they'll ramp it up, and then I'll fast forward like 2 years into their YouTube career, and they're starting to put out like 4 videos a day, and
That's too much.
like the 2 was scarce, maybe 4 is scarce, but when they started doing 4 every single day, I was watching their views decline
Oh, yeah.
rapidly because it's not scarce anymore. They're like,
No.
oh, they're gonna put out 4 videos today,
Just watch it
tomorrow,
whenever.
the next day. That's
Yeah.
28 videos a week. Most people don't have time to even watch that many videos on
Exactly.
just one channel. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So it's, but yeah, the scarcity effect is so
That
true.
was brilliant.
Yeah, it was super
Very smart.
Genius move. Other K-pop groups wouldn't be able to pull it off. K-pop groups depend on constant promotions and comebacks to create brand awareness. But BlackPink's brand awareness stats are already maxed out at level 99. There isn't a K-pop fan alive who doesn't know who BlackPink is, so they're able to use this method to build demand. Additionally, YG built BlackPink with the intention of expanding globally, specifically westward. I know for K-pop fans, a year break is a long time, but for Western standards, a year would actually be considered a very fast comeback. Ed Sheeran usually has a 2 to 3 year break in between his albums. Pharrell hasn't released an album since 2014. Queen is still active and performing and going on tours, but they haven't released new music for 24 years. So with that perspective in mind, is 1 year really that long?
I don't think so.
Awesome screen, awesome camera, long lasting battery life.
choreography, a great marketing team, those are all great things to have. But what really draws people to BlackPink are the heroines of BlackPink themselves. Park Chae-young, Lalisa Manoban, Kim Jisoo, and Jennie Kim. Whether it be their charm, their personality, their story, or their amazing talent, there is something about each of them that makes a fan want to follow them, devote their life, or possibly even worship them. Lisa was born in 1997 with the name Prapriya Manoban in Thailand. Early in her childhood, she met with a fortune teller who said she should change her name to Lalisa, as this name would bring her immense luck. And what does Lalisa actually mean? Translation: the one who is praised. Fast forward a decade later, and the name could not be more true. She is the most popular global idol in the world by a huge margin. On Instagram, she has 38 million followers, making her the 90th most followed account in the world. Of the top 100 accounts, she had the most engagement, with 21% of her audience engaging with Lisa. For comparison, the top 5 accounts, the official Instagram account, Cristiano Ronaldo, Ariana Grande, The Rock, and Kylie Jenner, have an engagement of 1.55%. In 2019, she was the most searched and trending idol according to Google. Her star power was such that even her legs alone went viral all over the world, with people like Stephen Colbert, James Corden, Lil Nas, and thousands of others parodying the meme.
Awesome.
People love Lisa. People want to be Lisa. People praise Lisa.
She has like such a good aura to her though. She's always like smiling and like happy and upbeat. And that's what like people love to see.
Yeah, they're drawn to that. It's like a magnet.
But I did see one video where she was like teaching another up and coming band, you know, like a younger group of girls that are up and coming in that industry, and she was like super strict, dude.
Oh,
Like,
really?
yeah, because I mean she's so hyper intelligent. Like she knows 5-6 different languages. So I mean you have to be kind of strict and dedicated to what you're doing.
Well, I think she's used to that because they went through a whole program too of being trained and coached, and so they were just beaten down that this is how you do it, this is how you do it, and it's got to be perfect.
I don't even, but before all of that, she already had that discipline,
Yeah.
and she knows how to structure herself and handle her emotions properly to be able to constantly be in that mindset. So when these girls, they weren't like listening to her, dude, she was like super strict on them. She's like, why aren't you listening to me? Like, I'm telling you what to do. Like, you're not going to listen to me.
Right.
Like, and they just like, nobody said anything.
You just shut them
Dude,
down.
I've never seen her like that before. Because
Wow.
you see these videos and she's like,
so just cute and bubbly and happy.
but it's not like that at all. Like when she's learning or trying to teach something, she's so strict.
That's awesome.
What is it about Lisa that draws people to her? Look at you, now look at her. Well, first and foremost, she is the pinnacle of dancing prowess in the industry. She was able to beat out thousands of other hopefuls in Thailand at the 2010 YG auditions because she was the best dancer and best performer by miles and miles.
She can be very, very sexy and very, very cute. She has perfect control of her body. She can take a move that would look awkward on anybody and make it look amazing. You watch her and all you want to do is dance.
When she dances, you can see that she has flame in her veins. Her dance is like crack. Every day she's styling, killing everything in her way. She's wild, and not only that, Lisa just has such a lovable personality. She's funny, she's cute, she's cheerful. She's just a ball of sunshine and optimism. You can be sure that she'll be kicking down the door to everyone's heart in your area. Rosie was born in 1997 in Auckland, New Zealand as Park Chae-young. She later moved to Melbourne, Australia when she was 7 and spent most of her life there. Originally, Rosie did not believe that becoming a K-pop idol was in the cards for her, but her father encouraged her to follow her dreams.
Look me in the eyes and tell me that you love me. Everything's alright.
Did you audition for YG in Australia?
Yes, like literally like just an open audition.
Why'd you do it?
Because my dad told me to.
Rosie stated, in Australia,
Smart
I
guy.
didn't think that there was much of a chance for me to become a singer, especially to become...
Sorry to bring it back to Lisa. That shit's weird, dude. The fortune teller
Oh,
told
I
her to
know.
change her name and it actually panned
Yeah.
out.
And it worked.
That shit's creepy, man.
I know. Well, just the meaning of her name too. That people
Like-
would praise her.
Like
And
that.
how they do.
That's super creepy.
Yeah.
Like the fact that it was just a simple name change. She was like, change your name to this and this will happen. Like, bro, that's
And it worked.
some
Yeah.
creepy shit, man.
become a K-pop star. I was living so far from the country that it never really occurred to me as a possibility. And from day one, Rosé was noted for her amazing golden vocals. In the 2012 auditions at Sydney, she beat out 700 other hopefuls, placing first. Because of her unique voice as a 16-year-old, she was placed on a track called Without You, with the biggest name in K-pop at the time, G-Dragon. Since then, of course, she's debuted with BlackPink, captivating not only with her prominent singing, but with her sweet charm, kind heart, and innocent wholesomeness.
All the times that you rain my parade, and all the clothes you get in money. To find a man like you got me twisted. You must not know about me. You must not know about me. I'm a fish.
How do you just like grow up and handle the crowd so easily?
I don't know that you do. I think you just kind of
You just do it?
you just do it, you know, and you probably hide a lot of the fear and things that are going on. But I think over time you start to get used to it, you know, after years and years of it. Plus, they've got excellent coaching. Think of the
Well, probably the
group.
auditions is where it's like it's
Oh,
managed, you know, and then they bring it to a bigger crowd and a big, like, you know, that okay,
Yeah,
that kind of
step
makes
by
more
step.
sense. Yeah. The
Kind of builds
auditions is
up.
probably scary as hell.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
You're sitting there in a quiet room. They
Well-
don't really have all the acoustics and music going. It's just you kind of like.
Well, not only that, like they said, there were 700 other contestants, so you know there's 699 other people behind you that can take your spot at any minute.
That and they're watching too.
Yeah,
Like,
and those people are all watching you, and you know when you get done, you're sitting back. They're all talking trash about each other.
well, it's different from like people listening to you, but they're like competing against you, which makes it even more
Yeah.
nerve-wracking.
I know.
So I mean, I guess if you can get through that, just watching people who actually
Yeah.
want to listen to you is like a breeze.
Sure, absolutely.
And then there's Kim Jisoo. All it takes is one glance, and immediately you're hit with her immaculate visuals. And you're not alone. That's what the talent scouts at YG noticed about Jisoo. Recognized as being one of the greatest visuals in K-pop today, she's a model for Kiss Me, Cartier, Burberry, and of course, one of Dior's muses. You wouldn't have guessed it by a first glance, but Jisoo is actually the comic relief of the group. In terms of variety skills and humor, Jisoo is easily the best in the group. She's wacky, funny, and eccentric. In Korea, she's what's referred to as having a 4D personality. She's a complete goofball, which is what most fans love about her. Whether it's just being a complete jokester, prankster, or balancing bottles, what's certain is that she won't be leaving fans bored.
Yahoo! My heart is so balanced, okay?
And lastly, of course, is Jennie Kim. Many people are calling her the queen of K-pop, despite debuting just 4 years ago. Ever since she was revealed as a trainee back in 2012, she has been making waves. It seemed like even as a trainee, Jennie was destined for greatness, making her first MV appearance in 2012 as a 16-year-old in G-Dragon's XX, and then even joining him on stage later for BlackPink. She was easily the most popular female idol in Korea of 2019, topping the brand rankings. She earned first place 6 out of the 12 months. Recently, her solo song, fittingly named Solo, was a monster hit, becoming the most viewed music video by a female artist with 500 million views. Many people who know her personally describe her as being charming and sweet. On screen, she appears to be this fierce, powerful, bulletproof diva, but in real life, she's actually a sweet softie.
이거 다리에 손 나올 것 같아.
아니 그냥 먼저 그냥
아니야, 누구야? 어떡해. And Happy New Year.
Is that like that's like the culture over there? Is for them to all have like this super high pitched.
I was just gonna say that. I noticed.
Voice.
Yeah.
They all have that. Like all the
Very,
girls.
very feminine, soft,
Like,
soft voices.
It's not feminine. It's like to the max
Yeah.
feminine. Like super girly. There's not a
really
single,
high pitch.
There's not a single amount of testosterone in these girls' voices, dude.
They're just super soft and sweet.
It's so funny, man. It reminds me of like an anime cartoon where
Right.
you hear their voices.
Yeah.
다 봤어요.
아 진짜
어떤 사람이 이렇게 놀랄까 너무 놀라.
살면서 내가 본 사람 중에 제일 겁쟁이에요.
And and is the poster child of badass, of girl crush, of ferocity. She is the princess of YG, the human Chanel, the it girl of Korea. As a person, everyone loves to hate. Some look at her with envy, while others look at her with admiration. Some people hate her, many people love her, but everybody knows her. And together, they become the most powerful and the most hyped girl group in K-pop history. The world is theirs for the taking. Everywhere they show up, blows up. Currently, YG is sitting on the biggest gold mine in K-pop history. Their potential is limitless. YG just needs to play his cards right, and currently, he has a royal flush. But he actually needs to play them and let the girls of BlackPink shine. BlackPink recently hit their
I thought they sold to Universal though.
That's what I don't understand. YG has them still. I don't know. Maybe they did some kind of a partnership to get them started globally, like international.
In the
international,
US, because Universal is US.
Yeah, exactly.
I see.
Yeah.
So maybe okay. Yeah, I don't know.
I think that's once they blew up and went international. I think maybe they partnered with Universal to get global.
I see. That makes more sense. Let us know down in the comments if we're right on that one.
4-year anniversary a couple days ago, and today they've only had 17 songs. And I know that's frustrating for a lot of Blinks who are just done with waiting. I know you gotta be tired, and when the night gets dark, let them be your fire.
Dude, that was pretty good.
Yeah, that was really good.
That was awesome. I like how he narrated it. I don't know who actually put this together, but very well done.
Yeah, super well done. Compared to the other ones that we were watching, where it was like just TikTok collages, I wanted to shoot myself because I was like, none of this makes sense. It's just like a bunch of random stuff thrown in, and wasn't about the girls and how they started and auditions and.
It was really bad. Whatever it was bad. But this was excellent.
This was
very
amazing,
well put together.
Super good.
Yeah, it was fun to listen to and learn.
You know what I'm curious about is like where most of these girl groups end up, and like the mental toll it takes on these girls once they're done with their industry and they've, been around the group of 4 or 9, 10, 20 members for 5, 10, 15 years.
Well, like the band previous to them was 21. I wonder like where they are now. Are they still going now that BlackPink has kind of taken the spotlight? Like, did they just kind of dissolve, or are they still rolling?
Like YG just stops like funding them, like just it slowly trickles down. They start putting it.
Yeah, they look at the big money maker like BlackPink and just pump everything into them.
Because 21 doesn't speak multiple languages and can't hit internationally the way BlackPink can. They kind of like defund these bands because these people are more versatile and can target more markets.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure the fans will kind of tell us what's going on.
Yeah, but anyways, wow.
Impressive.
Great video. I mean, I was already a fan before, but I'm even more of a fan now, knowing the personal backstories. That was incredible the way they put this video together. Guys, also, we have our videos planned out for next week, or?
Yeah, for next week they're planned out. And then also don't forget about July
10th at 6 a.m. We're going live for the very first time. I know this was a BlackPink documentary, but we're going to do why BTS Army
doesn't like K-pop.
That's right. So July 10th, 6 a.m. Come join us, hang out with us. We're in Las Vegas, so we're on Las Vegas time. So figure out where you guys are at. Come join us, hang out, ask us questions. We can ask you guys questions while everything's live. It'll be really fun. But guys, if you like this content, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, hit that bell notification for more. It would really help out the algorithm and push this video up so more people can see it. Also, jump over to Patreon, vote for the songs for the following week, but make sure you sign up. Click the button right above. We'll see you on the next one, guys. Thank you so much. Peace.